story today. Let me bring this up because sharing is caring, as I like to say. The Rams are no strangers to overcoming massive dead cap charges. This is a great article by a friend of the show, Cameron De Silva. Came out yesterday, and I just was like, you know what? I read the whole thing, and I'm just gonna glimpse over parts of it here, but strongly encourage you. I'll get it linked to the article in the description below. But the Los Angeles Rams are at a crossroads. They're entering an offseason that could be painful in multiple ways, both from a financial and roster building standpoint. Already, the Rams have agreed to part ways with Bobby Wagner. They will trade or cut Leonard Floyd. They've given Allen Robinson permission to seek a trade. And Jalen Ramsey is a prime candidate to be dealt. The Rams' goal is not to only recuperate draft picks if Ramsey, Floyd, and Robinson are traded, but also to free up some cap space. The problem is, in order to create cap space, they need to take on dead money, a lot of dead money. And I'm gonna scroll down here. He talks about it, but we're cutting Bobby Wagner, dead money, $7.5 million. Bam, right off the bat. Trading Allen Robinson, dead money, $11.2 million. Trading or cutting Leonard Floyd, $19 million. I should say this is assuming it's pre-June 1st, just because we're still in, we're talking at the start of the new league year. Trading Jalen Ramsey, dead money, $19.6 million. It's a lot of money we're talking about here, folks. The Rams will have the option to designate Wagner or Floyd as a post-June 1st cut, but that doesn't change the amount of dead money the team incurs. It's still figured. It'll still be the figure listed above, but with a post-June 1st cut, the Rams don't get the cap savings until after June 1st, and B, the dead money is spread out over 2 years instead of hitting all at once in 2023, so this year. And he goes on to an example here about Floyd, but we're just, again, Cameron De Silva, follow him on Twitter. He's super cool. If the Rams make all four of the previously mentioned moves involving Wagner, Robinson, Floyd, Ramsey, they'll take on at least $57.3 million in dead money. I said at least, because the Rams are reportedly willing to pay some of Robinson's guaranteed salary to make a deal happen. So this charge could be even higher. That's obviously a huge amount of dead money, but this wouldn't be the first time they've paid a ton of money to players who aren't on the roster anymore. In fact, the Rams have eaten 3 of the biggest dead cap charges in NFL history. They took on $22.2 million for Jared Goff in 2021, $21.8 million in 2020 for Brandon Cooks, and $20.15 million across 2 seasons for Todd Gurley. All very recent. In total, the Rams swallowed $38.5 million in dead money in 2020, $49.4 million in 2021. Do you remember what happened during the 2021 season? The Los Angeles Rams won the Super Bowl after biting the bullet and trading Jared Goff despite his massive dead cap charge. Now, I do want to challenge Cameron on that one. That is true. However, the Lions also took on a pretty big dead cap hit for trading Stafford, and we kind of got Stafford at a bit of a deal. So, perspective. But anyway, even last year, the Rams had $26.7 million in dead money on the books, led by Robert Woods, $11.9 million after he was traded. There are ways to overcome dead cap, and the Rams have proved that time and time again. Keep that in mind in the event they purge their roster of these high-priced veterans. It doesn't mean the sky is falling or that they'll be handcuffed financially for years to come. Thank you, Cameron De Silva. So yeah, I just, I'll bring this number up here again. I think it's something worth noting. So at least 57.3 million is what the Rams are looking at for dead cap hit. That is a lot of money. And when you look at the over the cap number here, the Rams we're still 14 million over the cap, almost 15 million. So they got some work to do. That's the time of year it is, and you got to manage your finances, get your ducks in a row here, and it definitely helped that the cap went up this year, and that's when you look at the Rams and how they've been doing all this dead cap absorption over the years, it's largely been because of that. So I'm optimistic that the Rams will get their ducks in a row, get the finances in order. But let me know, what do you think? Do you think this is just way too much dead money that merit? Like, should we even be trying to release some of these free agents or try and trade some of these players away? Is it worth absorbing that amount of a dead cap, or is the savings that the Rams are going to have in 2024, which seems to be the main reason they're making a lot of these moves, is do you think that that's worth the short-term sacrifice of absorbing these dead cap hits and essentially getting players on other teams giving other teams discounts for players playing on them? So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Curious to know what your perspective is.